Hello friends, this video on matter and magnetism part 3 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 2 before going ahead with this one. Now let us talk exclusively about magnetic field. So what is a magnetic field? What are the different characteristics of magnetic field? How do we denote magnetic field? How do we find magnetic field? How will we find out the magnitude of magnetic field, or whether it is a scalar quantity, vector quantity? So we will study all about magnetic field specially. So again, before I start with magnetic field, I will start with a comparison of electric field and magnetic field so that you do not get confused. All understanding of all the concepts should be on the same lines. You should also know how is electric field and magnetic field related, and how you understood electrostatics. Similarly, you should understand magnetism, right? So here, if you see, when we talk about electric field, this is what you visualize, right? That let us suppose this is a positive charge. So your electric field lines, they all originate from the positive charge, right? So it creates an electric field around itself. So when another charged particle, that is a negative charge particle, comes in, this electric field lines terminate in the negative charge particle, and this negative charge experiences a force towards it experiences an attractive force towards the positive charge particle. Something like that happens. So this is how we normally represent the electric field lines, where it starts from positive charge, ends at negative charge. So every charged particle which is at rest will produce an electric field around itself. Similarly, every charged particle which is in motion will produce a magnetic field around itself, as you can see here. So that means in this magnetic field also, if some other charged particle enters, that particle will experience a force due to this magnetic field, right? So we will study about all that gradually. So magnetic field is produced by moving charges. It is a vector field. Like how we talked about your electric field. Similarly, in case of magnetic field, it is a vector field. Why vector field? Because it not only has a magnitude, but it has a direction as well. In order to specify magnetic field at a point, it will have a direction of its own. So therefore, it is a vector field. It is defined at each point in space. Now, if any quantity is a vector quantity, and if I am saying that its direction changes at every point, so that means the magnetic field at each point will be different. So if I measure magnetic field at one point, it will be different from the other point, right? So it is defined at each point in space. It obeys principle of superposition. You remember the principle of superposition which we talked about when we studied electric field in electrostatics. It means that if you have a system such that there are some n number of charged particles, there are multiple charged particles, and those charged particles are producing magnetic fields. They are all moving charged particles, right? So let us suppose the first charged particle produces some magnetic field, say B1. The second charged particle produces some magnetic field B2. Third charged particle produces some magnetic field B3, and so on. So then what will be the net magnetic field of the entire system? So the net magnetic field will be the vector sum of the individual magnetic fields produced by the individual charged particles. So that is the principle of superposition, right? So principle of superposition tells us that you can you can perform vector addition on individual vector quantities, right? So this principle of superposition basically tells us that if you have some magnetic field B1, B2, B3, which are being produced by some charged particles, say Q1, Q2, Q3. They are all moving. Only if they are moving, they can produce some magnetic field. So what would be the net magnetic field of the system? Net magnetic field will be vector addition of the individual magnetic fields. So I hope you are clear with all these points. Okay, and they are all similar to your electric field except the first one, because in case of electric field, they are produced by static charges. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos,
Try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.